And then finally, which really is like the cherry on top and makes things so easy for me to just go, oh, I know what's being posted that day, is this. What's up, y'all? This is the 18th episode of the Resolution Podcast. It's crazy. It's already 18. I'm learning so much. This podcast has been a lot of fun. I think I said that in the last video too, so I'll just keep the trend going, I guess. Anyway, today I wanted to talk about what the poll I did that I put on my Instagram. It sounded like a lot of you guys wanted to see how I organize my content and how I'm able to post fairly consistently on Instagram and YouTube. So that's exactly what I'm going to be breaking down today. So I have two kind of frameworks that I work from. Well, I guess one of them is the organization part, but the first one is the framework, and it's kind of the trickle down of how everything is going to be in the future and how I'm practicing it now. So let's dive right in. Okay, so for the framework, this is pretty much my plan for 2023. As you can see, it's called the brand ecosystem. So I basically start all with YouTube and just kind of edit them all down from there. I'm planning on doing some live beat videos, and as well as these podcasts, those are going to be the two main types of content on YouTube. And those, as you can see, are going to be edited down into social clips, and I use CapCut for that, and that's a completely free software. It's got the auto-generated captions, which is a lifesaver. And depending on how much you want to edit, it's going to take longer or shorter. But CapCut is the way to go in terms of posting on social media. And from there, they go into Instagram, YouTube, and I used to do Facebook a little bit. I just wasn't getting as much traction for a while, so I decided to kind of cut that out. So I need to update this. And for Instagram, I'm starting to do album listening parties, which I have a couple friends who are dropping some albums pretty soon. I'm not going to name who because they're trying to keep it on the DL, you know. But that's something I'm really excited to start doing. I'm also wanting to start doing some DJ sets on Instagram Live because I think that would be a lot of fun, and just play a bunch of underground hip-hop artists that I'm listening to right now that are popping off, like the Malls Mondays, the Jersey Mikes. I had him on a couple episodes ago. Winnie SM. Just some really dope artists. I'm just trying to show them some support. Destruct was another good one. I had him on episode 6. I can leave cards to all these. And also this is something that I'm wanting to get into. I'm kind of having interest in analog recording, so basically not digital, which is definitely a process, and it's a lot harder to record, but I also think that it's a lot more fun and you have a tangible product at the end of it, which I just think is really cool. I actually have a Tascam over there that came out in like the early 90s, and if you want to see that video, I'll put a link up to this corner over here. So yeah, that's basically everything. Twitter, I definitely need to get on more. And that's just going to be more about ideas, thoughts, polls for more content like this. But I've been using Instagram lately, and that's been working out so far. And podcast is going to Apple Music and Spotify. And yeah, that's kind of the big framework that everything's coming down. And as for paid stuff, none of this is up yet. I'm really excited to get it up. I want to start doing some subscription stuff, so basically doing unlimited beats, and I just need to figure out how to do that. Because you know how on Spotify you can just have that subscription, and you can download as much music as you want. So why not I just post up all my beats, and then artists pay me a subscription, and I just let them get as many unlimited licensed beats as they want. So that's kind of an idea I had for a while. This is probably going to change into a Discord thing instead of Facebook, just because, like I said, I'm not using it as much anymore. Dream interviews are kind of a cool thought that I came up with a while ago. It's based on the idea of visualizing your goals. So you know how when people do something that's super dope, like they drop like album of the year or win like a Nobel Prize, people say, oh my gosh, how did you do that? And that question alone is what propagates a lot, or is what is behind a lot of interviews that they do. So why not interview somebody as if their goal or their dream has already happened? So, for example, say somebody's dream, an artist's dream is to work with The Alchemist, the producer. So I would ask him or her, say, oh, how did you meet Alchemist? Was it like through your manager, or were you just in LA? Or how'd you guys link up, and how'd you guys make this album? Granted, it's gonna be awkward at first because they're still trying to formulate the details in their mind and try to give a story that they haven't even lived out yet. But I think it would help them visualize their goals and their dreams a lot more, so that it would increase the chances, hopefully, that they would be able to achieve them. So that's an idea I really want to try. This is all paid stuff. I don't need to get into that, but that's what's coming in the future. And now we can get into the part which you probably signed up for. Okay, this right here is my content organization system. This is basically where I schedule out all of my content, and I kind of do it week by week. So each of these grayed out areas is 1 week, or gray and white, they alternate, just so I can visualize things better. This is the first week. This was the first one I had uploaded, the first podcast. That was Overlord. The second one was with Charlie Dietz. He was a former professor of mine. And then next we have Digital Hustler. And then Zachariah Rock, he was a friend from high school. And all of these have names next to them, so I know which ones are going to be posted. So they have the date that they were uploaded, and then the week that they would be live or being posted, and then the actual names of the content. And then it would be the days that I can post. Actually, this is one thing that I started this system with. I just use X's, which didn't make things very clear for me in the beginning. So I switched to, as you can see, the next week, where I started using the actual names of the days of the week. So I know exactly, okay, this is being posted Tuesday. And then that is going to, and then I have a date next to that. So that was posted on February 14th, which was Valentine's Day. So that's basically how this whole thing works. And what's really cool about this is, as you can see, none of these are posted twice. So that's when this is kind of the updated, this dark gray bar right here. This is more the updated version of what it is. Like I said before, I kind of stopped doing Facebook, and now I'm just sticking to Instagram and YouTube. All of these are posted only once, and then I can post them again later. So like you might see some other Jersey Mike clips that you haven't seen maybe in a couple months from now. That's the really cool thing about repurposing content, which I'm really going to get into. Like a lot of this stuff, a lot of my podcasts I'm going to be able to use again in the future, just so I keep having content moving forward. And Gary Vee, he has a ton of this stuff. Like he just puts filters on the stuff that he was talking about in 2014. Like he was talking at a conference in 2014. I just saw this post a little bit ago. And he just had like 2014, like it tagged on, like in the content. So that's a strategy I'm definitely going to have moving forward. So that's basically everything. The date it was created, the day, the week it's going to be uploaded, the name of the content, the day it's going to be uploaded, and then the date it is going to be uploaded. Then over here, if I lose track of anything, this is inspired by LaRussell. He actually has he posts 5 pieces of content a day, which if you don't know who he is, I highly recommend you look him up. I can link his socials down below. The way he's going about his career is phenomenal. It's so cool to watch. So this is kind of inspired by him. The Instagram, Sunday is going to be a new podcast. Monday is going to be choice. Tuesday is going to be a podcast. Wednesday is going to be a beat clip. Thursday is going to be a new podcast. Friday is going to be a podcast. Saturday is going to be a beat clip. You're probably wondering what new podcast is, because there's podcast and new podcast. New podcast is the stuff that is going to be uploaded that is very recent. So what that is going to be podcasts like this. I'm going to be posting next week, or I guess, let's see, what day is that? I'm going to be posting it the week of the 26th through February 26th through Saturday the 4th. So you'll see content from this podcast during that week. I'm currently filming this on the 25th, so next week pretty much. So that's what the new podcast is, and the normal podcast is all the stuff that I haven't uploaded, because all of these I was backlogged for so long, and it was so rough trying to edit all of these down. It took me like a week or two just to get all of these done, because it was just a mess. Like, as you can see, just from the 10th all the way through like the 21st, I was working on all this stuff for 11 days straight, and it was rough. So don't get behind is the moral of that story. So yeah, that's pretty much my content. This is probably going to change in the future. I want to start, like I said, repurposing content. All of the stuff that you're posting as short form content, if you wait like 6 months, you're going to have new people that follow you. So they're not going to be exposed to the old stuff that you posted 6 months ago if you're posting consistently. So why not just bring up the same stuff that you posted 6 months ago? I mean, have a different caption and have it more relevant. So yeah, why not just do that? So yeah, that's basically my whole content, how I schedule everything. Makes it a lot easier. Oh, there's one more thing that I have that I need to show you. As for all of the framework, kind of the ecosystem, how everything's laid out, I have the actual content that's being scheduled, and I know exactly what day and what date and what week that is being scheduled, along with the names and all that. Makes it super simple. And then finally, which really is like the cherry on top and makes things so easy for me to just go, oh, I know what's being posted that day, is this. It's just a physical analog calendar. I just have the dates of everything that is being posted. I have them all color coded, so I'm not sure if you can see that very well. There it is. So basically I have the names of it, just kind of shorthanded, abbreviated a little bit. The blue is in Instagram, and then the red is going to be in YouTube. So I know exactly, I can just look up, and that's just hanging right on my wall, right behind my computer. I know exactly what's being posted up just by looking at it, and it is a game changer. It's so nice, because if I forget to post something that day, I just go, let me just post it right now, because I have it all saved in drafts. Instagram didn't used to have this, but now you can schedule out content, which is so good, because YouTube has it and Facebook has it, for both of them, for their shorthand content, short form content. So use that feature. It will save you so much time. And if you don't want to use that feature in Instagram, that's totally cool too. Just make a post like all the way out, and don't post it. Just save it as a draft, because I don't think you can schedule out a post that you have a collaborator with. So if you have a collaborator with a post, just save it as a draft and then post it when that day comes, and just set a reminder in your phone. So that's how I schedule out my content. It's definitely been a game changer. It's made my life a lot easier, and it's going to allow me to make a lot more better content moving forward. So thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, hit like, subscribe, show it to a friend. It might help them out. And if anything else, go make some awesome music, yo.